Greetings, Weight Watchers and friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Love Fuller. And do I look skinnier? I'm Love Fuller, and I am here with a Weight Watchers weigh-in update. Okay, so this is season 4, week 5. First of all, can I just say though that first of all, I just want to, let me just give a shout out to, I think it's Kelly from The Skinny on Weight Watchers. She said that she has been on Weight Watchers for 3 years. It's taken her 3 years and however many months for her to get to goal of 87 pounds or something like that lost. Okay, so this is what I mean when I say to you that YouTube is very inspirational for me. It's like there's no way, I mean, it's not, maybe that's not true, but I would have to find like an awesome, crazy awesome meeting. I'm in Kuwait, there's no meetings. I would have to find a crazy awesome meeting where there are so many people with all these different kinds of input, like all these different experiences that they could like tell me about. But 3 years and something, and she made it to goal weight this past week, and that is a story that is like inspirational to me. I mean, and she said that she did it largely without exercise. She probably exercises similar to the way that I exercise, and it's not just her. I understand that lots of people have done that, but it's just like I need to hear it. That okay, yeah, I've been going this long. Oh, again, like I told you all last week. There's this lady on YouTube. She had been on YouTube for a while, for years. I mean, another woman made a video recently about like, you know, giving advice to other people about what they should do. Meanwhile, I met her on YouTube all these years. She's been on YouTube all these years too. She's just now lost weight. And it's so funny how you like, you know, you lose weight and then all of a sudden you turn into the expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I always say, listen, this is what I do, and this is what I think, or this is my experience. I try not to tell you what you should do and what you should whatever. I don't care if I've experienced something before. I try not to say what you should do, because everybody's different and everybody has different experiences, and who am I to be the expert? So even when I get down to my 100 and blah 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 pound weight loss, I'm not going to tell you, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that. But I can suggest that you watch Weight Watchers videos if you don't have a if you don't have a community, because this community really does rock. Okay, so I want to talk to you about, of course, you know how I do it. I'll tell you how my week went. I'll tell you how my weigh-in went, and I tell you what I think I will do differently next week. Can I just show you though? I'm in Kuwait and I just drove to Starbucks. But can you see? This is why. Can you see the sea over there? It's the Arabian Sea. This is why. Hopefully you're able to see it. I don't know what you just saw, but I'm going to Starbucks in that building right there. But yeah, that's why I like to live in Kuwait, because it's so. I'm by the water. I'm a water baby, and I'm here by the water. Okay, so how my week went. My week sucked. My week was, well, I mean, what can I say? It was horrible? No, listen, I was doing horribly when I wasn't on Weight Watchers at all, when I wasn't, you know, starting my day off tracking, when I wasn't, you know, getting back on track the next day, when I was just eating everything willy-nilly, and I gained all this weight. So no, my week wasn't horrible, but it was bad. Okay, so it's like, why was this week bad? I told you that Shark Week was last week, so, and that I tend to experience, like, you know, the bloating and the PMS kind of stuff ahead of time. Why was this week bad? This week was bad because I like experienced emotional eating, which is so interesting and synchronistic, because I think I'm pretty sure it was Kelly on, I mean, you know, Kim and Kelly on the Skinny from Weight Loss, who said with Weight Watchers, I'm pretty sure it was them who said that this week's topic was emotional eating for the meeting. So I don't get meeting PDFs. Kim from Fit and Fabulous Mama says that she's not sure if she'll be able to share those with us anymore because now she's working. Another person who just had an amazing week, Kim from Fit and the Fit and Fabulous Mama. She had an amazing week. She started working at Weight Watchers this week. So shout out to Kim. How funny. It's Kim and Kelly from The Skinny. They're twins. And then I'm talking about Kelly and Kim and Kelly. How funny. Anyway, shout out to these ladies who are just doing an amazing job. I'm with you. I'm with you in spirit, but I was not with you this week. Or maybe I was with you this week, because I know that at least Kim from the Fit and Fabulous Mama has shared that sometimes she has weeks that are not that, has had weeks that are not that great, and that's just the way it goes. Thank God for women like, you know, all the women on YouTube who share their ups and downs, because to know that you go through ups and downs and you still make it through, that means everything to me, ladies. Everything to me. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, I was experiencing emotional eating, and the weird thing is, like, I feel like this week it really brought me to like having a greater understanding of like how I operate. So I was just feeling unsettled about whatever different things, like different times, and I was just like, you know what, something's not right. Like, first of all, I was able to identify it because like I'm going to eat. The eating helped me identify that something was going on with me emotionally. So shout out to the overeating for like letting me start to get tuned in. And that's the whole idea of consciousness, you know, being conscious and aware that you're supposed to be like seeing the evidence that's letting you know that something's wrong. So yeah, I'm like reaching to eat, and I'm like, wait a second, why? I'm not hungry. Why am I doing this? Why do I eat when I'm not hungry? And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit unsettled, anxious, you know, might say like upset. Is just trying to think of like synonyms, but the way I was experiencing was like just unsettled, not grounded, not settled, for various different, like at various different times. So what I ended up doing was just like taking a look at myself and just saying, oh my gosh, you know, it's not just PMS. Because like last week I was like, oh, maybe it's only PMS when I'm like this, and I was like, I thought that it happened more often, but I was like, well, maybe not. But yeah, it does happen more often. So I had a friend back in Miami who is super artistic, super intelligent, I mean brilliant lady, but she would be kind of like, her moods would be kind of like weird, and I always could see myself in her. not the brilliant part necessarily, but just the, I don't know, her like weird moods. I mean, she was like extreme, like more than me, but I feel like that's the reason why I was able to see it and like notice it, like say like, okay, I can identify with her. And she like researched and found out or identified herself as like a, now I know it's called like a highly sensitive person. I mean, this woman recently did her PhD study and kind of, I think, coined that term, certainly within the last like 5 or 10 years, the highly sensitive person. And I know that there's probably like lots of other research out there, since, because I know the lady I'm talking about, my friend found out about it before this person, like who has this website, the highly sensitive, I think it's HSP person.com or something like that. But basically, it's just that, because like with my friend, she was saying that like loud, like sign, you know, for me, okay, I know I'm just like, oh, okay. When I go out, I enjoy being out. I can be very, you know, interactive, very social. But once I leave a social event, I feel like I have to like kind of like recalibrate myself, like find my equilibrium again, and that could be a little bit unsettling for me. So it's like, somehow I know these people say that the stimulation of being outside bothers them. I'm not consciously aware of the stimulation of being outside or being in crowds or anything like that it bothers me. I don't have that. Like, it doesn't bother me that much to the place where I can notice that. But I know that afterwards I will feel experiencing almost like the coming down of it, the effects of it afterwards. So I tend to like I need to go home and like lay down, or like if I have a stressful situation, or like if I'm like when I was working, I would need to like decompress, like, you know, and what I would do is I would turn down the lights, and I would, you know, need to lay down. Or if I get upset about something, I like need to lay down. I need to like the lights will bother me. If I'm upset, noise will bother me. If I hear like have some background noise or something like that, it's like, or if I get, you know, overtaxed, I notice, overstretched, like, okay, you know, I'm working, let's just say working in the kitchen, and I have this the fan over my the exhaust fan. It's so loud, and the exhaust fan here in Kuwait, and once I've like had enough, that noise just like starts to grate at me, and I have to turn it off immediately. Or like if I'm upset about something, and then there's like some, like the television is playing, I'm like, oh, turn it off, like turn it off. Almost as like, you know, like a person on the spectrum with Asperger's or you know, or autism, like they get very hypersensitive to like those noises and stuff like that. So I noticed those things like this, and I said, you know what, I looked up a highly sensitive person, and sure enough, they have these markers, like, okay, that sometimes this bright light bother you. To me, bright light doesn't bother me, but if I'm upset, I need to turn the lights down. There is this man, when I went to Cuba, I got this reading from this Babalao, who's like a spiritual reader, basically, for you know, for their Yoruba, you know, religion. And he told me that yeah, when you're stressed or anxious, that you need to listen to classical music. Well, I mean, I'm on vacation and I'm not like stressed or anxious, and I'm just like, that's weird, you know. I'm not really stressed, or I don't really experience that anxiety anymore. Now I'm not working. Now I dropped my PhD, the things that were stressing me out, and I'm not really stressed. So, you know, I was like, okay. I remembered he said that, and thank God. So the other day I was feeling like that. I said, you know what? So I took the test, highly sensitive person, and they said like, okay, if you score 14, then you're within the range. I scored 18. Cause I was like, well, I think I'm just like on the borderline maybe, because I don't have like these overt symptoms, let's just say, because like I said, I feel fine being out in the crowd. I actually like it. I want to go. I can't wait to go to India. Like I'm like, I like hustle and bustle. Like I like big cities. I like stuff like that. So it's like, but like I said, I just kind of have to recalibrate myself, find my equilibrium after that kind of thing. So it's not, I'm not like high on the scale. I don't have to like, I can go out, you know, I can do that stuff, but I do feel after effects of that stuff. But I can't watch violent TV shows. Like I have this book for book club that it's like, I want to be in the book club because I like that concept, and I, you know, but it's like I'm dreading reading this book. It's called Dear Amy that we're gonna read. You know, shout out to book club, the book club leader. And part of the reason I want to go to is because I love the leader of the book club. I like her a lot, and I want to, you know, I like book club. I love books, so I want to be in it. But we're about to read this book where they've already started reading it. I've been like dreading it, and like not dreading it, but I've been putting it off, kind of, because I've been dreading it because it's like kind of like has like violence or suspense in it. I don't watch suspense, I don't watch violence, I don't do that kind of stuff because it upsets me. And they say, oh, do you find yourself, you know, avoiding things like that? Do you find yourself avoiding stressful situations? Like, I'm like, okay, I know that this situation kind of stresses me out. I'm not gonna do it. I like do everything I can to like resolve disagreements, resolve arguments, because the feeling of upset is just too much for me. All right, so I'm learning about myself. Basically, Weight Watchers, or my putting food in my mouth, has, you know, led me to learn more about myself. And this week what I did was I turned on the I turned down the lights, I turned on the classical music. I've been listening to Baroque music, you know, playlists on YouTube, and I turned on like a little candle and just, you know, went into my little zone. I had to spend a lot of time. I'm happy to spend a lot of time at home, like on my own, as well as being out. But last year I feel like I was like overdoing it by being out all the time. Now I'm out kind of selectively with selective you know, selected people, meaning like not just like last year I needed to meet people, so I was just like out everywhere trying to meet blah 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 everyone. But now I know more people. I know what kind of activities that I want to participate in and things like that. Even though there might be some stress, you know, some stress within those activities, fine, but that's life. You're gonna have stress. I just need to, now that I realize that, okay, I can get, you know, stressed out by a lot of things as being kind of sensitive. I mean, you know, I'm like, first of all, I don't like to label myself or whatever it is, but I'm just saying these are the symptoms, and the reason why I look for them is because maybe then I can find solutions. Like, what are solutions? Like, I turned on the music, and I was watching something on another thing on YouTube who was talking about like music therapy or whatever. That's what made me say, okay, let me go turn on the music. Basically, it's like, I don't want to continue to stuff my emotions, because that does help me. Like, that, when I eat, the endorphins get going or whatever it is, and it pulls me back up. It literally does. Like, be it right or be it wrong, it might not be right, but it's true. So, and it actually does help me feel better. But that's not what I don't want to reach for that. It's not helping me overall, right? So basically, putting the food in my mouth at the wrong times is leading me to have more self-awareness, right? And the self-awareness about these things, about the way that, you know, I can be, makes me want to go seek proper, healthy solutions. So we know that in general, so healthy solutions include exercise. So today so let me tell you about my weight loss. My weight loss did not happen. I gained 1.2 pounds. So I went up from 257 to 258.2. It happened. So that's what it is. But today I met back up with my Aqua Zumba teacher, and I found out about some other Aqua Zumba classes that I can take. So it looks like I'll be doing it Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, which should work for me pretty well. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and then so that's when I'm going to be adding more activity, and hopefully my knee will hold up, because I've been having kind of some issues with my knee. So hopefully, because you know the resistance of the water, I'm gonna have to find out how to do it without having too much resistance on that knee. But I'm looking forward to that, because it's in the evening, so I should be able to take care of my things like Sunday and Wednesday are in the evening. I'll be able to take care of things. Monday's in the morning, but early in the morning, like at 8:30, and that gives me the rest of the day. So I think I should find some balance with that. I want to dance more. I didn't dance this week like I said I was going to. I need to dance more. I haven't doing my 30 minutes of activity, but I know that is something, if you do, you know, exercise, it's supposed to help with your moods, I think it's your endorphins, right? So yeah, that's my thing. And then also stay on track, and then like, okay, definitely listening to the music. Been doing this decluttering challenge. Even though I haven't been posting, I'm still doing the decluttering challenge. I'm gonna post them in November, because I know Cass had like a running start. She already knew, so she already had some things in the bag, so I mean in the can, like some videos in the can. So I'm gonna like give myself a running start, and I'm gonna post the same things day by day, but in November. So so 30-day decluttering challenge, I'm gonna post them in November. So I've been doing the decluttering, and I had like, oh my gosh, I know, over an area to declutter that was overwhelming. And I turned on the music. At first I laid down, I was like, oh my god, but I turned on the music, and it really helped me all the way through. So that music, and it's so funny because I was like, dang, this music is like a drug. I googled it, and it said like classical music can be better than a drug when it comes to, you know, helping with anxiety and stuff like that. So I'm like, whoa, I need to have classical music on all the time. Like, I just need to have it playing in my head. I just need to have like earbuds in, wireless earbuds all the time, something playing in my ear, because yeah, I need to just be like woosah. So I'm all over the place. This is the longest video ever. If you made it through the video, God bless you. My goodness, may the Lord God bless you real good. May the Lord God bless you real good. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna have a better week next time, because what did I say? This is my comeback. This is my comeback journey. Yes, So I'm still coming back, but again, getting to know myself as a person. I'm getting to know myself better. That's what this video is about. Getting fit to love me, like love myself better, know myself better, live the best life I can possibly live in all areas of my life. And that's what I'm doing. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Ciao, friends.